almost newly unmarried. And my wife says to him, how can you be the captain if he's the captain? She had never seen Star Trek. And Patrick and I laughed and laughed, and we finally found somebody who had a sense of humor.
It was, and speaking of funny, I was going to do something funny around the corner to reintroduce myself, but I was so touched by your story about the two different guys. I thought better of it.
How did we, let me preface it, I'll give you a little context. When Boston Legal was canceled, we knew we were being canceled 13 shows before we were canceled. So the writers had a chance to tie up all the loose ends. So at the very end, in a magnificent display of imagination, the two characters, James Spader and myself, we get married. for material, for money purposes. But it ties everything together. And it was a wonderful ending to the characters. We never did that. We were never given a chance to tie up anything on the Star Trek I was a part of. How did the Next Generation tie things together?
We didn't. We assumed that we were going on.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
I wonder why. You were popular, everything was going well. What happened?
Well, the last movie, Nemesis, did well, but not as well as the others. And I was told by the studio that Star Trek was suffering from franchise fatigue. And so they let it go. That's been proved, of course, not to be the case. So we were taken by surprise. What we did have, and I've always been very grateful for this, I had a farewell with John, with Commander Riker, because he was promoted to captain at the end of that movie. I am right about this, aren't I? Yeah. And I mean that in the nicest possible way. Jonathan came to my ready room and said he was ready to leave. And I stood and he said to me, it has been an honor, Captain. And like now, I couldn't speak.
Was that written?
That was written. That was Jonathan's line, and my response was, number one, the honor has been a whole thing. And that was our isn't it silly that things like that still move one in exactly the same way?
Well, the reason is that quite often, not always, quite often, on a close-knit family like a series cast becomes, that when it's time to part, whether it's one show or 10 seasons later, the people have become fast friends. Friends because you see each other more than you do your family. You're there 12 hours a day, you have minor disputes, major victories, it's you against the studio, you're all combined, there's a bond, and you're talking, and you're required to be interesting and nice and professional, and because of that inculcation, you become friends. And those friendship bonds, those of us who've been around long enough know that because the show itself was your bonding material, when the show is over, everybody goes their way. And almost always, you don't see each other for the longest time. The feeling is the same when you see each other. But the friendship is gone because, not the friendship, the moment is gone because of the exigencies.
Two great things have happened to me this year. The first one I've already talked about. The other was a week last Thursday night at the restaurant in Beverly Hills. I sat down to dinner with Jonathan Frakes, my father, Michael Gore, Marina Sirtis,
Well, that's why I get the big bucks.
Yes, sir. But it was a wonderful evening, and LeVar's wife and Rick's wife were there too, and Brent's partner. Oh, did I mention Mr. Brent's partner?
No.
But that was lovely. I enjoyed listening to you talk about that. I was about to say, until you mentioned that JJ was inviting you to Paramount, I have a DVD I can loan you.
But you wanted that, right?
Listen, I actually even said that. This is an Academy screener, which you must not know and sell, give away, or be put on it anyway.
I don't know. Did you just get it?
No, I've had it for some time.
There's a plot afoot against you.
Are you surprised?
Patrick, it's so good to see you. I really do. I admire your choices. I mean, it reflects your, you know that you're crossing your foot halfway. Is that as far as you can get your foot? I mean,